In the previous devotion, we opened and looked at Psalm 1. We looked at Psalm 1 and 2, which is incredible. And we want to look at the rest of the verses in that psalm. It's only 6 verses long. But we looked at how incredibly important it is and helpful it is for a man or woman to meditate on the Word of God day and night. And we looked at verses 1 and 2 of Psalm 1. And now we're going to look at the next 4 verses. And the psalm goes on, starting in verse 3, talking about this blessed man who is meditating on the scriptures day and night. It says that he will be like a tree firmly planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither, and whatever he does, he prospers. But the wicked are not so. They are like chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. This is an incredible psalm in that it shows the contrast with the ways of the wicked versus the way of the righteous. And the righteous people are always looking at the Bible so that they can understand it, and then so understand it, they can live a different life. And both those steps are necessary. If we never read the scriptures, we will not know God's ways. It does not come to us just by our clever thinking. We look at all the cultures of the world, and most cultures are in darkness apart from the revelation of the Bible. And so we have to know the way, because left in our own way of thinking, we won't get there. But then secondly, we have to apply it. We have to do it. It assumes that if we are reading it and understanding it, then our lives will change. And I encourage you to think about that. What about the Bible is being taught that you're reading, that you're choosing not to apply? And I find myself in that situation all the time. Sometimes I'll read some of these Old Testament books like Jeremiah or something. It's like a splash of water in my face. It's kind of a slap across my face in terms of my attitude. I may have an unthankful attitude or dismissive attitude, or not valuing things that the Lord values, not valuing His holiness, His grace, His love, forgetting, becoming casual about things which God Himself considers so important. I've got to have that. If I'm not having that regularly in my life, and it's especially helpful to have it morning and evening, then I get a bad attitude. I don't see the world the way I ought to. I start thinking I consider all the things that I'm reading through other sources, and I adopt dismissive attitudes or arrogant attitudes or whatever else. I need the Word of God to help me be the man. And by the Spirit of God working with the Scriptures helps me to be a better person, a better man. And I know it's not just me. Everybody I talk to always says the same thing. And I know it's the same for you because of the promise of the Scriptures themselves. So I encourage you to take time, meditate on this psalm, Psalm 1, but the rest of the Bible. Sometimes it's hard to learn parts of the Bible because some of it's unfamiliar, but the more you read it, the more you'll understand it, the more meaningful it'll become to you. If you never read the Bible all the way through, I encourage you to do that. The first time I did was in high school. I read it through in about 3 months. It was quite a goal. The Lord gave me grace, and I was able to do it. And I've read it by His power a number of times since. I know one man who reads the Bible 4 times a year, which is amazing. If you've never read it, I encourage you to take that up. You will be changed, and you will be blessed. Thank you, and God bless you today.